Okay, picture this. There's a new financial product out there. It expires in less than 24 hours. It's got the kind of crazy volatility you see in crypto meme coins, and it's being pushed by major brokers. I mean, you'd think it was a scam, right? Or at least illegal. But it's not. It is very, very real. And believe me, it's taking over the market.
And according to our sources, this one product is doing something pretty profound. It is, and I quote, quietly turning the US stock market into the world's largest scratch-off ticket. This isn't just some niche thing for pro traders anymore. Nope. This is a full-blown phenomenon, and it's changing the very nature of how we all think about investing. So what is this new game that has Wall Street so hooked? Well, think of it like a casino that never closes. A 24-hour gamble designed for one thing and one thing only: non-stop action.
At the heart of all this chaos is something called a zero-day to expiry option, or 0 DTE for short. It's a contract, to buy or sell a stock at a certain price. But here's the kicker: it expires today. As in, when that closing bell rings, it's toast. It is basically a ticking time bomb in your portfolio.
And because that timeline is so ridiculously short, the price swings are just violent. I mean, you could buy a contract for $50 in the morning, watch it absolutely explode to $500 by lunchtime, and then poof, it's completely worthless by the end of the day. It's pure, uncut volatility. And this has created a totally different mindset, right? I mean, investing used to be about fundamentals, things like company earnings, cash flows, all with the goal of slow, steady compounding over the long haul. Now, it's all about volatility. We're talking hour-long time horizons and this wild desire for, quote, life-changing money by Tuesday. The whole culture is just flipped on its head. And that cultural shift is stark. The market used to be about digging in, doing the analysis. Now, if you even try to bring up fundamentals, you're that person ruining the party. The need for that instant hit, that instant gratification, has completely taken over. So, this brings up a really important question. If this is a casino, who's running the show? And maybe more importantly, how do they make absolutely sure that, at the end of the day, the house always wins? Well, the secret is a little mathematical principle called gambler's ruin. It's a core idea in statistics, and it's actually pretty simple. It says that if you play a game of chance long enough, where the odds are even slightly against you and you don't have infinite money, you are statistically guaranteed to go broke. The math just doesn't care about your lucky streak. So how does the house use this? Well, with these 0 DTEs, the big Wall Street institutions, they are the casino. They sell millions of these contracts every single day, and they make a tiny profit on the spread for each one. They hedge their own risk, so they're safe. And here's the genius part. They use the big winners as marketing. They let people go on social media and brag about their huge gains, all while knowing that for every one of those lottery winners, the cold, hard math of gambler's ruin guarantees there's a whole army of losers right behind them. Let's just be blunt about it. In this game, you're not trading against other small-time investors. You're playing against the house. You are the guy putting his rent money on black, just hoping for a lucky spin, while the casino knows for a fact that the wheel is tilted in its favor.
Now, you might be thinking, okay, so what? Some people are gambling and losing their money. Why should I care? This is where the story turns from just a problem for individuals to a problem for absolutely everyone.
Yeah, the real issue here isn't about the gamblers themselves. It's all about the ripple effects. So, if it's the individual traders getting wiped out day after day, who really ends up paying the price for all this? And the answer is pretty much anyone with a retirement account. The sheer volume, the insane amount of the 0 DTE trading is creating a massive systemic risk for the entire stock market. This isn't contained in some small, dark corners of finance anymore. It's out in the open.
This systemic risk is created by a phenomenon that analysts have started calling the tail wags the dog. And it's exactly what it sounds like. It's when a small, niche part of the market starts to control the behavior of the much, much bigger market. So here's the core issue, right? The tail, that's this tiny, hyperactive, chaotic options market, is now whipping around the dog. And the dog is the entire US stock market. The thing our 401ks and our pensions are all built on.
So how does this actually work? Well, when millions of these options get traded, the institutions that sell them have to constantly buy and sell the actual stocks just to cover their own bets. This hedging creates these massive, chaotic price swings that have absolutely nothing to do with a company's real value. We've kind of reached this crazy point where the market isn't pricing a company's financial health anymore, it's just pricing attention. It's pricing the manic mood swings of a daily lottery. So what's the big takeaway here? I mean, if the game is rigged and the whole system is getting more and more unstable,
What's the best move you can possibly make?
You know, it is so easy to feel like a genius when everything is going up. But this kind of casino behavior, it doesn't last forever. Eventually, gravity shows up, and all those fundamentals that everyone was ignoring, they come roaring back.
So it's really important to remember why this whole system even exists. Wall Street built this casino for one simple reason. They know the math is on their side. They are making billions from the sheer volume and chaos, while everyday folks are left playing a game of hot potato where the music is guaranteed to stop at 4 p.m. every single day.
Which leaves us with one final, kind of provocative question. In a market that's been turned into a giant casino, one that's driven by social media attention instead of sober analysis, is it possible that the single best trade you can make is to just not play the game at all?